Hi guys, I'm here with Jimmy Edwards, the general manager at Buckswall, Dallas. We're gonna do like a little interview with him about the club and a little bit more about his role. What is your job title?
I'm the general manager at Buckswall in Dallas, Texas.
How long have you been in the industry?
I started at Baby Dolls in 1996, so about 23 years.
That's almost how old I am. Okay, do people think this is not a real job?
People think it's a lot different than a real job. They think that we're in here trying to, look at girls or whatever, but let me tell you, it's a real job. It's a tough job, actually.
What are some obstacles that you face on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I mean, just like any other business, we're handling a lot of people, a lot of employees, and then we have independent contractors at the same time. So you're dealing with two different types of people, because you have employees that are, need to do what you ask them to do. They need to be here scheduled wise and everything else. But then you have independent contractors who can make their own schedules, do their own times, leave when they want. If their boyfriend gets upset, they want to cry, they can leave. So more than just having employees where you can say, hey, no, listen, you need to be here this time, that time. You actually have to schedule these girls and ask them to be here, and they have to come on their own, basically. So it's a whole different set of challenges with that.
Okay, so the only people that are independent contractors are entertainers?
Are the entertainers. Only the dancers are independent.
Okay. And has the virus affected you financially?
It's affected all of us, obviously, because we had to close down due to the Dallas shutdown. So we closed down on the 15th. So obviously, without the club being open, especially the entertainers, managers, waitresses, pretty much the whole staff hasn't been able to work. So if you were an employee, we're lucky enough to apply for unemployment, but that's not the case for the independent contractors, which that's who we're really worried about. That's who we feel bad for, is that there's not really a way to help them financially. So it's difficult.
So is Bucks as a company helping the entertainers at all anyway?
What we're doing is we're feeding girls.
Okay.
So 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're sending out family meals to all of our entertainers that want to come pick them up at Bucks Cab, all the employees, everybody that was working or had a contract at Bucks the day that we shut down can come get a family-sized meal 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
That is really nice, especially for girls that have kids.
Yeah.
So for independent contractors, which is an entertainer, why do they have to pay rent?
Okay, so the rental fee is basically just like if you were to rent a chair in a hair salon. We pay for the marketing, we pay for the electricity, we pay for the music rights, we pay for all the stuff necessary for an entertainer to come in and perform. If they didn't have us spending all that money on acquiring customers, billboards at $16,000 a month, electricity, songs, DJs, employees, waitresses, then they would have to establish those kind of things themselves, which would be an impossibility.
Right.
So they need us as much as we need them. It's a very cohesive. We can't operate without our girls, but they really can't operate without a place to operate.
Right. So you're providing the place.
The place and the advertising and the customer acquisition and all the important stuff.
Okay, as a manager, do you get tipped like how the entertainers get tipped?
We get tipped usually we do get tipped. We're allowed to take tips. We get tipped on mainly credit cards, but we get tipped for services that we do, like if we run funny money for customers, or we have our good customers that we, has established relationships with. Sure, they'll tip us when they come in. So it's similar, but it's a little bit different. They're not tipping us because of the way we look. They're tipping
You're
us.
not going to your stage?
No, they're tipping us because of the service we provide for them. So either you provide good service or you don't, and you'll get tipped, or you won't. So it's a little different.
Okay, and so what is funny money?
It's funny money it's called gift tokens here. And what it is, it gives you the ability to purchase poker chips or gift tokens, and you can put those on your credit card for a fee, and then you can use it anywhere in house. You can spend it on cabanas, you can spend it on the bar, you can spend it on the entertainers. It's a way for you to get in-house tokens that you can spend like that rather than having cash. So a guy can literally walk in with just his credit card, never have any cash, and still have a great time without having to worry about, what cash he spent.
Going to the ATM.
Going to the ATM over and over and over, yeah.
Okay, so what is the highest dollar amount a customer has purchased with funny money?
I mean, we've had some really big ones. I'll say that there was one. I'm not going to give you the exact amount, but we've had a guy over a weekend spend an excess of over $200,000 in one weekend.
That's
so
crazy.
on just the funny money alone. So. Yeah.
So do people think that this is not a real job as a manager?
They do. I mean, they think that there's other motives behind being in the club business, but really, the main reason why we're all here, just like the entertainers are here, and the waitresses and the staff, we're all here to make money, man. And it's a tough job. It's a real job. So people can, they kind of think, oh, maybe you just want to see naked girls. Maybe it has nothing to do with that. You're done with that after a while.
So as the entertainers are here for the money, you're just here for the money,
Same
not
thing.
the girls.
Exactly.
Okay. So when you were not married, was it hard to date people in or out of the industry to find girls like really secure enough to date a manager at a strip club?
I mean, that is an issue, especially for a lot of females, and in our business, especially in our clubs, we don't allow relationships between entertainers and managers. So does the occasional whatever situation happen? Sure. That does happen amongst managers. We have no fraternization policies, etc. But if you actually were to date an entertainer, like my wife was actually an entertainer, once we started dating, she had to quit dancing at any Bucks locations. But yes, I would say your wife or your girlfriend has to be really confident, because you're surrounded by very beautiful entertainers all the time, even though you get desensitized to them. Okay, so you get desensitized.
So what do you look at when hiring a new entertainer?
Okay, well, the number one thing that obviously we look at, which is this is a business of looks and modeling. So that's what a lot of girls don't understand, is the number one thing we're looking for is your physical attractiveness at first. But then when we do the interview process, you need to be well-spoken. We kind of need to know, like if you come into an interview or to an audition with no makeup, with your nails all not done, everything else.
The muscles are closed, okay? Don't judge me.
Yeah, look at this beard. We're in quarantine. But those are all things that we look at and determine, well, if she's not even going to do this for the audition process, then she's probably not going to do this on a daily basis. But the girls that make the most money are actually the girls that are the nicest to the customers, that spend the time with them, that they're the classier girls, the ones that do their hair and makeup, not the ones that are bouncing around being the party girls. The party girls don't make as much money. Now, they make some good money, but they're in here for two agendas. They're having fun while they're at work.
Right.
You should be in here working when you're at work.
Right. Not saying you can't have fun.
No, you can have fun, but
that's not your main objective here. Okay, so what do you consider an exceptional employee as far as like a floor guy or like a dance manager?
So, exceptional employees would be, we actually named Jeff, one of our managers, last year as our kind of manager of the year. He'll do anything we ask him to do. He knows how to do the dance book. He knows how to do the waitress book. He knows how to deal with the t-shirt dances. Jeff can do anything and everything, whereas you got more guys like Scott Chasser, who's been in the business longer than me, who's his focus is VIP. That's what he does. He does it better than anybody in DFW. But he's not real multitask. We got Scotty in here selling and doing his thing with customers and all that kind of stuff. I feel like the managers that can do the entire job are usually better.
Okay, so he can basically do anything in the club, like not just a regular stand at the door type of job.
Right, or just just be one trick pony kind of thing. Like, because you have dancer managers that can only be dance managers. They really can't do anything else.
Right.
So you want a multifaceted manager.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so what is the common incorrect stereotype about your line of work?
Probably that we get all this, ass and stuff. Like this is like having 80 girlfriends where you get no fun time. You all you hear is that they're either crying, they're either super happy, or you're dealing with them on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And they kind of almost expect you to know them personally, like each one of them, and some of them will even get offended, especially if the dance manager doesn't know that their kid Sierra is sick today or whatever.
Right.
Like, so that whole thing about it being like, it's definitely It's definitely chaotic. That's what it is. There's just a lot of female estrogen all in one place with all these entertainers.
Yeah, I know. So people don't stereotype managers at strip clubs to be like pimps or Johns, I guess you would say.
Well,
I've heard that before.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess we've heard the whole pimp thing, but that's just ridiculous. I mean, the girls choose to perform here, and that's why we're lucky. Is we try to do things for our girls. We try to treat them properly, so they'll want to have a contract here.
Right.
A pimp makes a girl do something, or makes a girl, do whatever. We don't even. I mean, if we even find out a girl has what we call an outside manager, we don't even let them perform in this club. So if we know for a fact that, or we find out that they might have had a pimp or something, then they're no longer welcome to have a contract here.
Yeah, that's good. That's good that you have a strict policy for that. So what could get an entertainer fired?
There's only really 3 things that can get an entertainer to lose her contract. We can't fire an entertainer because an entertainer's not an employee. So there's 3 things. It's drugs, prostitution, or breaking the law. Like if you break the law of Texas, whether it be drugs, anything like that, that can get your contract. Having a pimp can get your contract taken away from you. Obviously, drug use, especially at the club. If we find out you're doing drugs at the club, your contract's terminated. And prostitution or lewdness. If you're doing things beyond the scope of a normal lap dance, that'll get your contract terminated. But that's really the only 3 things. I mean, you always hear about, oh, this girl drank too much or whatever. You know what? We've had girls drink too much. That's not going to get you your contract terminated the first time. Now, minors drinking can get your contract terminated because you're breaking the law once again. But if we terminate every contract of every girl that drank too much in one night, we probably have no girls ever. But
right.
If you have a repeat offender, they're a problem, then that can also kind of get your contract terminated. So.
Okay, so you said you work at Bucks Wild Dallas. Tell me a little bit more about the club.
Okay, so Bucks Wild Dallas is BYOB. It's all nude. It's 18 and up. We're open later than normal clubs. The liquor clubs usually close at 2. We close at 4 Sunday through Thursday, 5 a.m. on Friday, and 6 a.m. on Saturday. And Saturday night, at 3 a.m., we kind of convert into similar to a nightclub kind of atmosphere where we have local DJs, and we even bring in DJs sometimes that play from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. on Saturday nights only, and that's called Encore.
Okay, so it turns in from a gentleman's club to a
kind of a nightclub, but you still got girls on stages, you still have the lap dances going on. It just leaves the DJ format out of it. You don't have the DJ talking and bringing the girl the next step. It's more of a flow, like it's actual DJs set up on a stand playing music continuously.
Okay, if you have any more questions for me or for a general manager at a strip club, let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Do you want to say bye?